For the first time that I can remember in all of my years doing this, we have a president of the United States signaling that he is coming for us. Donald Trump spoke just hours ago and said a number of outrageous and disgusting things. But one of the things that Donald Trump revealed is that the left is already under investigation. That those who, I guess, said things that Trump wrongly believes may have radicalized Charlie Kirk's alleged shooter were already under investigation. Now, does this include me personally? I have no idea. But it is clear where they are setting their sights and targets. Take a look at this.
We'll see. We'll be announcing. They're already under investigation. You know, they're already under major investigation. A lot of the people that you would traditionally say are on the left. They're already under investigation.
This is a problem not only because it's personally terrifying. This is a problem not only because it is a dangerous and disgusting authoritarian crackdown, if indeed it is what he is going to do. This is a problem because it is based, as is often the case with these folks, in misunderstandings or just straight up lies about the origins of this radicalization. And we need only look at another statement Donald Trump made during the same sort of press event to understand that, where Trump says the only problem here is the left. Take a listen to this.
Organizations on the left will anticipate investigating. We talked about this last week.
Well, the problem is on the left. If you look at the problem is on the left. It's not on the right, like some people like to say on the right. The problem we have is on the left. And when you look at the agitators, you look at the scum that speaks so badly of our country, the American flag burnings all over the place, that's the left, that's not the right.
I do not believe that any political side is perfect. I would never go out there and suggest that there is no radicalization or extremism on the left, because that's not true. There is some. But we have to be honest about proportion, and we have to be honest about scale. And you can look at any report, CSIS, you can look at Anti-Defamation League, you can look at Pew, you can look at any of them. And overwhelmingly, political violence in the United States comes from the right. To the extent that it comes from the left, I also denounce it. And we should do everything we can to stop it. I'm nonpartisan in that. I don't want any political violence. If I'm against violence, I can't also say, but some of it is okay, as long as it's perpetrated by the right side. Of course not. I would be a hypocrite. But being a hypocrite still sort of matters on the left. Where for the right, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Any principle, any idea is immediately abandoned when politically inconvenient or applied in a way that they don't like. They just go, the problem is only on the left here. So think about the combination of this. Donald Trump is saying the left is under investigation. We're looking at the platforms, we're looking at the media outlets, we're looking at all of it. And by the way, this is only a problem on the left. Now, you look at a bunch of different academic studies, and maybe I'll follow up on this later this week when I'm back in the studio and it's easier to do it. A number of studies have shown that when you start with ostensibly nonpartisan, non-political content on social media, the natural pipeline is to right-wing content. If you go on YouTube or TikTok and you want information about real estate wholesaling, supplements, workout routines, self-help, I could go on. You are extremely unlikely to be routed into further and further left-wing content. You are very likely to end up following guys on steroids who teach you sales, who also say that unless you're religious, you're not going to succeed in sales. And by the way, they support Donald Trump. You're much more likely to end up fed content from the Jordan Petersons of the world and the Andrew Tates and these sorts of people. So it's not only that Trump is sort of wrong and that the problem isn't only on the left, it's mostly on the right. But don't take my word for it or Trump's, right? Fact check both of us. And this is the difference. I don't pretend to be the ultimate source of truth. My understanding of the data is that political violence in the US comes mostly from the right, and that the radicalization is mostly pushing to the right, whatever this anecdote says. But don't take my word for it, but don't take Trump's either. Go and find out for yourself. Okay, meanwhile, Donald Trump, during the same press event, unable to get away from the same failed notions about economics. I just include this only as a sort of, he still doesn't understand tariffs. Take a look.
Okay?
Have you
Go ahead.
How was the talk today?
Good. We had talks going on. Scott Bessent is there and some others. Jameson is here. And yeah, I think they're going fine.
When will you impose tariffs on China?
We're going to see, but we've hit them very hard in so many other ways. I don't know if you know. Do you know what they're paying right now? What are they paying right now? You know what China is paying right now in tariffs? Huh?
Not the exact dollar.
A lot.
Mr. President, have you been briefed on what happened in Venezuela? The U.S.
Yeah, so reminder, China is paying 0 in tariffs. The tariffs are paid by American companies. They pass the cost on to you in the form of higher prices, and that's why prices are ticking up. But maybe even more disgusting and disturbing than all of this is how quickly Donald Trump has moved on from the killing of his supposed friend, Charlie Kirk. One of the best upgrades I've ever made to the meals I make at home is Wild Grain. Wild Grain lets me have high quality baked goods ready at home whenever I want them. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for artisanal breads, pastries, and pastas. You can customize your box online. If you're gluten-free, they've got it. It all goes in your freezer. You put it right in the oven, 25 minutes or less. No need to thaw, no need to prep, no need to clean up. They've got some great limited time fall items, pumpkin cinnamon biscuits, my favorite, apple cider donuts. I grew up with these in New England. They've been a hit in my kitchen. The biscuits are buttery and flaky. The donuts are just a little crispy on the outside, warm, spiced center. Impressive stuff. You would never know it was baked from frozen. And also, Wild Grain's slow fermentation process makes their breads more nutrient-rich and flavorful. So maybe it's a cozy weekend breakfast or something to add to dinner. Wild Grain makes it easy. And for a limited time, you can get $30 off your first box, plus free croissants in every box when you subscribe at wildgrain.com/Pakman. The link is in the description.